As a court, please, my lord, the proceedings were adjourned yesterday for
Yeah.
the continuation of cross-examination. Appearances for the state are still the same.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Nisi.
Confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 3 and 1.
Okay.
My lord, on behalf of accused number 2, I'm still at
Right.
This is the court, my lord. I still appear on behalf of accused number 4, standing in for Advocate Mishalon on behalf of accused number
Okay.
5.
Thank you. All right. Yes, Mr. Nisi.
As it is the court.
You're still under oath, Brigadier.
Yes, thank you, my lord.
As it is the court, my lord. Thank you, Brigadier, and good morning.
Yes, good morning, Advocate Minister.
Thank you, Brigadier. I received a copy of the statement from Absalom Zungu. That's now Absalom the Senior. Remember yesterday you were still trying to find out the name of the person who Mr. Zungu, the Senior, got this information from. And you were able to identify that the person who he got this information from, the information that implicated accused number 1 and 2 in the commission of this offense was a certain Mpekiseni. Is that correct?
That is correct, my lord.
Bathi-ke manje izolo siqedelela kuludaba lolu kade udingana nestatement leso sakababa kaZungu-ke udaba lolu lolwazi kade athi unalo-ke owalizwa-ke ngesikhathi kade khona kungaboni ngasonye phakathi komndeni kamsola wokuqala futhi-ke nomsola wesibili-ke lapho-ke futhi washo ukuthi ubaba kaZungu kunegama lomuntu othizeni awalikhuluma ukuthi leyo nkulumo yaqhamuka-ke nomhlambi wayizwa-ke-na-ke bathi igama elalo muntu bekumbhekiseni athi yebo kunjalo.
Now, if my memory serves me well, this statement had already been read on record and it was already admitted in exhibit. Not so. I don't think you're here. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but that is what is happening. The statement now forms part of the evidence. It was read on record.
Athi-ke manje ummeli istatement lesi icabanga ukuthi basifunda futhi inkosi enkantolo yasamukela la njengofakazi bala enkantolo kepha wona icabanga ukuthi kade khona-ke ngesikhathi istatement esade besifunda la besifunda ngaphambi kwenkantolo.
Yes, I'm aware, my lord, that it was brought into. I do remember.
Under what circumstances?
Athi yebo ngiyakhumbula ukuthi kade besilethile bathi kade basithenga phansi kwesimo esiphi noma isimo esinjani.
My lord, my recollection, as I said, it was in relations to when I was testifying on the trial within trial the first time this statement was brought up. It was in relation to what led us to accuse number 1 and 2, and it was insofar as I can recall. And I mentioned the name of Zungu Senior as the person who gave this affidavit, and that made us to focus on accused 1 and 2, my lord.
Athena-ke uyacabanga nanoma-ke ecabanga manje nomkhumbulo wakhe ecabanga ukuthi istatement lesibasifunda ngesikhathi kade kunengxoxo ngaphakathi kwengxoxo noma umzila ngaphakathi komzila kule cala leli kade lixoxa ngaphambi kwenkantolo-ke la kade kwaqhamuka khona kudaba mayelana nomsolo wokuqala futhi nomsolo wesibili.
Thank you. And to be
Sorry,
more
Mr. Nisi.
sorry, madam.
It's important because
Yes.
it's hearsay evidence. Is that not so?
Yes.
Right. So there's got to have been an application in terms of the Evidence Act 88,
Yes, madam.
right?
Yes.
A formal application that it must be included in the record
Yes.
on the basis that the interest of justice demanded, but because it wasn't deposed to by a person who is presently in court, it was deposed to by Absalom Zungu. Somebody is going to tell the court whether Absalom Zungu is going to give evidence. Is that not so? What does it say, Mr.
Well, it is indeed so. It may be admitted in the interest of justice, or if the parties agree to that.
That's it. That's what I'm getting at.
Yes, but We didn't.
So how was it?
We didn't introduce the
They
affidavit.
just,
Whoever, I think it was introduced during
I
cross-examination.
know it was
by
during
one of
Mr.
the counsel.
Mgomezulu, the late Mr. Mgomezulu.
Yes.
And I was insisting, but you know how it was. I was insisting that this is hearsay. A proper foundation must be laid for the admission of this statement. Whether the parties themselves agree, that's different.
Yes.
If the state and Mr. Nisi agree that it must be admitted, then it will be formally admitted.
Yes.
But if he doesn't agree, then it remains hearsay. Then there's an onus on the state, either to call Mr. Absalom Zungu or to argue that in his absence,
Yes.
in the interest of justice, that statement should be admitted or admissible. Is that not the law?
Yes, indeed, my lord. But
Mr. Mnisi, do you think I'm quoting the law correctly? Because
yes,
you know, statements here were flying. You remember even with Mr. Ngomezulu, the statement of Kelly Kumalo, the
Yes.
statement of Brigadier. And I said, this is hearsay. No, these are my instructions.
yes.
So, what is the status of that statement? According to you, sir, now that you are representing accused number one.
I'm not so sure, my lord. Well, because now it forms part of the record.
Yeah, but is it
Yes.
admissible or not? It can form part of the record. When I write the judgment, is it
Yes.
admissible?
Because, my lord, of the fact that the information which is contained in here, and it's actually not there. If I would just take this matter further and then come and address the court on this aspect, my lord, then I would be in a position then to give an answer to what the court is asking me. Because there's just one more further aspect that I would want to take in respect of this statement.
Yeah, okay, fine. You can pursue it as long as you don't forget.
Thank you, my lord.
Right.
Thank you, as it please the court, my lord. Thank you. Now, Brigadier, this statement forming part of the record, the information being said, that actually came from Mpegiseni, as per your testimony. I had an opportunity to again had a look at the statement, and what struck my mind, or what I was able to identify in the statement on paragraph 3, is that this Mpegiseni himself is not the originator of the information that is contained in here. He himself says, I got this information from one Ntanzi, from another Ntanzi. In other words, Mpegiseni himself got this information from a person that he refers to as some other Ntanzi. Do you understand?
I understand, my lord, and I'm not disputing that.
Thank you.
But the fact that I was saying, in this statement, it is clearly explicit by Absalom Zungu that accused 1 and 2 were involved in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa.
bathi-ke ufakazi malana nodaba lwale statement lesi sakababa u-Absalom Zungu bokubaba ka-Constable Zungu ke kukhona la malana no-paragraph 3 lapho bhalwe khona ukuthi uMbhekiseni lo bathi ubaba kaZungu wathola ke ulwazi kuyena-ke akuyena umuntu onelungelo mhlawumbe noma oselungelweni lokuthi kade kuye kade akhuluma lo lwazi lolu-ke kepha ulwazi lolu walithola komunye umuntu bambiza ukuthi uNtanzi bese ufakazi athi yebo ngiyakuvuma lokho kunjalo wakhuluma lokho kepha-ke wathi umsola wokuqala futhi nomsola wesibili-ke banesandla ekushoneni kukaSenzo Meyiwa.
That is what is contained in the statement, Brigadier. And for you to say that, that is what Mpegiseni is saying, that accused number 1 and 2 were involved in the commission of this offense, is a misnomer, because he says in the statement, I got that information from this other Ntanzi. In other words, the originator or the source of this information, it's not him, Mpegiseni, but it is this other Ntanzi.
bathi yebo lanoma kunjalo-ke kepha ukhumbule khona njalo ukuthi uMbhekiseni lo yena-ke kuwuNtanzi-ke akuyena umuntu olethe ulwazi malana nodaba lwestatement lesi kepha ke omunye untanzi olethe ulwazi elethela kumbheki noma itshela umbhekiseni ulwazi lolokho bese kumbhekiseni watshela ke ubaba kaZungu ke lapho kuZungu senior bambiza ngokuthi uZungu senior ukuthi umsolo oqala futhi umsolo wesibili banesandla kulodlame.
No, but my lord, that's not what I've said. The person who made a statement to me is Absalom Zungu. The name of Mpekiseni came as to when the question was asked to me whether Mr. Absalom Zungu was the source of this information. And I said, I do recall that there was another person, insofar as I could recall. And that's how we got to Mpekiseni. So there's no assertion from me that I said Mr. Mpekiseni is the source. I said, I remember that there was another person, and we spoke to that person, and that person was not willing to come forward in fearful of his life, my lord.
Athi yebo noma kunjalo kepha ngisakhumbula ukuthi lo mbuzo waqhamuka ngesikhathi kade abuza kubaba ka Constable Zungu ukuthi ngabe uye yini umnini olwazi loluke bese wathi yena kubaba ka Constable Zungu cha yena ke umnini uthizeni olwazi loluke kepha ulwazi olwaluzwa ke komunye umuntu kula kwaqhamuka khona ke igama lomlisa uthizeni bambiza ngokuthi umbhekiseni Mtanzi.
Now, would you agree with me then that paragraph 3, Mpekiseni, in fact, Absalom Zungu the senior says, Mpekiseni told him that he got this information from another Ntanzi.
Ngabe kuvuma yini ukuthi ubaba ka Constable Zungu Absalom Zungu uyena ke watshela ukuthi ulwazi lolu yena ke walithola kumbhekiseni Ntanzi kepha ke umbhekiseni Ntanzi naye kukhona la walwazwa khona ke malana naloludaba.
Yes, I'm not denying it, my lord.
Thank you.
Athi yebo angikuphiki ke lokho.
Thank you, my lord. Back to what the court asked me and whether or not this statement should stand. Now, on the trajectory of the information that is narrated in the statement here, it is undoubtedly clear that it is a trail of hearsay. It is a trail of hearsay. So, and hearsay is not admissible, my lord. So, as it is, this statement, it carries no value unless this other Ntanzi can come and testify and say, I am the originator of this information and I'm aware under what circumstances these assertions were made. Then the matter must just die there, my lord. In other words, the statement carries no value with regard to the assertions that are contained in here that accused number 1 and number 2 were involved in the commission of this offense. So it's a trail of hearsay. That would be my submission.
Mr. Baloyi, what's your view?
As the court please, my lord, the court will recall that at the inception of the evidence of Brigadier Gininda, we were at pains to avoid this hearsay evidence. In fact, if I recall, the evidence of Brigadier Gininda was to the effect that he received a report from Mr. Absalom Zungu, because as court officials, we are aware that we may not lead hearsay evidence, but my late colleague then went and introduced the hearsay evidence, and we cannot stop him. If a party wishes to introduce hearsay evidence, then they must, lie on the bet that they make. And Mr. Mgumizule has introduced hearsay evidence at his own accord, well aware what the legal position is. He must, the defense must therefore, my lord, sleep on the bet that they have made. It cannot be retracted, it's on record. We submit, my lord, that it has to remain on record. The statement is already admitted, despite the fact that it's, as Advocate Nisi pointed out, it's triple hearsay evidence. I mean, that's why we didn't call Mr. Zungu Senior to testify, as his evidence, according to Exhibit Triple U, amounts to triple hearsay evidence.
Okay, you have to address me at the end of the case, Mr. Baloyi and Mr. Mnisi, okay.
As it is the court, my lord.
Yeah.
I just pray that I don't forget that.
Hello?
I'm saying I will just pray that I don't forget what the
You,
court
me,
says.
you won't forget.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Yeah.
Yes. Basically, would not have requested that this statement be retracted, but the information contained therein be disregarded, my lord. It is evidence, of course, it cannot be retracted, but request that the information contained therein on the basis of the fact that it is inadmissible, it should then be disregarded, my lord. As it is the court, my lord. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mala nodaba lolu statement ke kade yacela ke ummeli wakho ke mnumzana ukuthi inkosi enkantolo ke ingasamukeli statement lesi ngoba ke inkulumo lenkulumo ke statement lesi akuyona ke inkulumo yomuntu lo ibhalile ngaphakathi kwe statement lesi kepha ke inkulumo yomuntu ayize komunike umuntu lapho khona kathi ungizwa nje kuphela wenkulumo ke loyo ke kepha ecela ukuthi lenkulumo lena inkosi enkantolo engayamukeli njengofakazi bala inkantolo ngoba ke ayinasihlahla noma ayinamsindo malana necala lelenu ke libhekane nalo ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo ke bese ehlangothi lezombuso ke laphendula ke lapho ke malana nenkulumo lethu ummeli unayilethile lathi ummeli owaletha ke lenkulumo lena ke futhi nofakazi lobuke ummeli osele washona ongasekho la ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo ke umnumzana omngomezulu futhi kwamele ukuthi ihlangothi labamelweni ke bese ulale phezulu kwalombhedo abazibekele wona ke lapho ke futhi washo khona zathi inkulumo istatement lesi sele singaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo futhi sele basamukela lapho njengofakazi baka Triple U.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, Brigadier. But in any event, my lord, we will come and deal with this point as in our main arguments.
Yeah, quite.
Thank you, my lord. Now, your investigation is at this point, at the point where you already have the statement from Mr. Zungu, the senior, which is fraught with hearsay. And then from there, is there anything or any investigation that happened after the 17th of November 2019, which was to try and find out the authenticity of the information that was contained in this hearsay evidence with regard to the implicit of accused number 1 and number 2 in the commission of the offense? In other words, from the 17th of November 2019, what then happened?
Manje ke udaba afisa ukuthi umeli ke alwazi ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbe khona ke ukuphenya kwecala mhlawumbe amanye amanyathelo owahamba ngenhloso yokuthi uphenya kwecala ngemuva kwelanga la nge-17 zaka November ngomnyaka ka-2019 ngemuva kokuthi uthola ke istatement lesike saka mnumzana uAbsalom Zungu ke ubaba ka Constable Zungu ke la kade akutshela khona ke malana nongizwa wenkulumo yakhe kade awuzwile.
Yes, my lord, a lot happened. Investigation proceeded from this statement, and as I indicated yesterday and today, that part of the things that was done was to get Bekiseni to corroborate at least that part from Mr. Absalom, which was futile in terms of fearful of his life.
Athi yebo okuningi kwenzeka lapho ke ngemuva kuthathwa athola istatement lesi saka baba ka Constable Zungu Absalom Zungu ke lapho ke wazama enza ke inhlelo mhlawumbe inzame zokuthi athole ke lo muntu bambiza ngokuthi umbhekiseni Zungu Ntanzi lapho ke ekuthizeni ezazokhuluma ke ngofakazi bakhe ke obuzwahambisana nobufakazi baka baba ka Constable Zungu ke lapho ke kepha wanqaba ukuze yena ke futhi athiyasaba usabela impilo yakhe.
Cold case analysis, my lord, as I've indicated on them was then done to to get the details, specifics now, and that led to various cases that are referred to in relation to number 1, accused number 1, which were then assigned. So these were not cases relating to this matter. It was parallel cases that we identified that were called, and we needed to have them on site. So we embarked on the cold case analysis to say, let us identify them on these cases because they were there, pursue them on those cases while then one is embarking on evidence that can be collected in this matter.
Athi lapho khona ke amanye amacala kade akhona ke malana nomsola oqala ke angahambisani icala leli esingalo la enkantolo ke namuhla ke kepha kade aqhubeke komnye amacala akhe lapho ke ngesikhathi kade kusenza kuphenyo lwabo noma usesha kwabo kwecala kulabo bathi khona ke abagxinize kule cala leli ke bese bathola ubufakazi obuhambisanayo noma ufakazi obukhethekile laba khona ukuthi bamthole khona ke umsola wokuqala.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now, with the further profiling of accused number one, let's now concentrate on accused number one. Because of the information that is contained in this statement by Mr. Zungu, that culminated to the unearthing of the case against him, which was the case of the possession of drugs, not so. If I'm trying to follow what you're saying well.
Mana icala leli namacala amanye la khuluma ngawo malana nomsolo oqala ngabe ukhuluma ngecala leli kade khona ke athusa icala malana nokudayisa ke idakamizwa.
Yes, that you're following me correctly. Yes, it did results to the unearthing of the possession of drugs docket that was already opened in Tembisa, but that case then led to possession of ammunition. But subsequent, or maybe prior to that, it also, the profiling unearthed other 2 cases of attempted murder in forced arrest.
Athi yebo khona ke kunjalo kepha khumule ngesikhathi kade senza ke lo cwaningo lo lokuthi asathola khona ke amanye amacala wakhe ke la kade phethe khona ke amabullet futhi namanye amacala kade azama khona ke ukuropa khona kade azama khona ukubulala Foslorus lecala leli kade khuluma ngalo qala le idakamiswa icala sethembisa ke bese amacala amabili okuzama ukubulala kade amacala seFoslorus.
Yes, that's what was discovered in the cold case analysis insofar as accused number one is concerned.
Athi lokho ke sakuthola mana nomsola oqala ngesikhathi kade senza ucwaningo lwethu lwamacala akhe.
Thank you. And eventually that led to a warrant of arrest being applied for, being authorized against him in respect of the drug case, and ultimately to his arrest on the 30th of May 2020, not so.
Lapho ke khona nenza khona ke isicelo sokuthi na kuyaboshwe ke umsolo wakhe bese nabhala ke incwadi lapho ke bese bayigunyazisa mhlawumbe bayiletha ngokuthi banikeza imvume ke lapho ke ngenyanga ngelanga la nge-30 zaka May umchiye
2020.
ngomnyaka 2020 lawo boshwa khona ke boshela amacala okudayisa ke idakamizwa.
Correct, my lord, insofar as the possession or the drug dealing charge, the Tembisa 219 case, that warrant was obtained. But prior to that, there was already a warrant of arrest sitting in one of the dockets, in other words, available, which was not executed in one of the attempted murder cases of Foslorus. We then also applied for the warrant of arrest on the second attempted murder, which was issued. So there were 3 warrants at the end of the day. So 2 on attempted murder charges and 1 on this drug dealing case.
Athi yebo khona ke kunjalo wagcina ke boshwa ke ngelanga la nge-30 zaka May ngomnyaka 2020 ngemuva kokuthi bona kade wathuleke imvume yokuthi bakuthole ke bakubophe ke lapho ke mana licala leli lasethembisa ke le case 219 futhi kade khona ke warrant of arrest kade ikhishiwe lapho ke malana icala lakho lokuzama ukubulala ke lapho ke Foslorus futhi bese kwaba khona ke enye yesithathu ke lapho ke incwadi ade benayo ukuthi zini bakubophe ke ngayo ke malana nelicala laseFoslorus lokuzama ukubulala.
Thank you, Brigadier. But the crux of the matter is, on the strength of the warrant of arrest that was authorized under the drug case, the drug case, the Tembisa case, that is when then accused number one got arrested. Upon his arrest, then there were this allegation that the state came up with that he got interviewed firstly by Sergeant Mohula, who indicated that accused number one seemed to have knowledge about what happened with the death of Senzo Meyiwa, and that exposed everything which led us to this extent and so.
But asinjalo ukuthi ngemuva kokuthi nake aboshwe ke ngelanga la nge-30 zaka May ngomnyaka 2020 boshwe icala sethembisa lokudayisa ke idakamiswa ke lapho ke kula khona baqhamuka khona kumnumzana Sergeant Mukula bese wathi kumphina ke ngemibuzo ke bese ngemuva kwalokho bese bamthwesa ke icala leli aqhamuka ngalo ke la ngaphambi kusenkantolo kwinkantolo lesikhona ke manje.
That is correct, my lord. So the Tembisa warrant of arrest was the first one to be initiated, but then the Fos Loras one followed while he was facing charges in Tembisa. It was also, those warrants were also dealt with, my lord, and he made appearances. But yes, the sparking point, or the starting point, if one can say that, was the Tembisa warrant of arrest.
athi yebo kunjalo ke qala uqala la kade aboshwe umelana nalo ke kungemuva kokuthi bakhiphe incwadi ukuthi nakaboshwe kamaphoyisa lapho ke warrant of arrest ngesingisi ke lapho ke mayelana qala asethembisa lokudayisa ke idakamiswa ke bese ngemuva kwalokho ke bese wakhipha incwadi yokuqala ukuthi nakaboshwe mayelana neqala ukuzama ukubulala ke lapho ke Fos Loras.
Thank you, Brigadier. Are you aware of the arrest of accused person, of accused number 1 by a group of police in 20? Let me just get the date very specific, Madam. May I just request a minute from that case? Thank you for the indulgence, my lord. Now, Brigadier, let's go to the beach here. Are you aware of any incident of the arrest of the accused, as now accused number 1, around March in 2019?
Bathi ngabe unalo yini ulwazi ngesikhathi kade uboshwa ke umnumzana oqala nomsolo oqala ngenyanga kaMarch ngomnyaka 2019
In relation to this case?
mayelana neqala leli?
So I'm aware of the arrest, my lord, but it is incorrect to say it was in this case. He was arrested for Tembisa case 217 of 3/2019, and that is the docket of drug dealing. That's what he was arrested for.
Athi yebo nginalo ke ulwazi lokho kepha asilona ke kade ngaboshwa uthi kade ngaboshwa lapho mayelana neqala leli kepha kade aboshwa mayelana neqala sethembisa lapho ko case 217 of 2019.
And that is the case, my lord, that we picked up when we were doing the cold case analysis, that he was arrested, but they could not link him, and then the case went cold. So we went to draw that docket at the archives. He was not arrested by that team, by this team, because by the time we drew it, that matter was already dealt with. We only got a statement that directs us to accused number 1 in November 2019. Prior to that, we had no knowledge or sight on him. Once we had then the statement of Absalom Zungu making us to focus on him, cold case analysis was done. This Tembisa case was then picked up, and then we went to draw it, from the archives, investigated it, and then subsequently the warrant was done. So I know insofar as what the docket is telling me, and the charges that he was facing there was drug dealing and not this matter.
Athi lapho kade engaboshiwe mayelana neqala leli kepha kade aboshwe mayelana neqala lakhe lasethembisa ke lapho lodayisa ke idakamiswa ke lapho ke bese bathi kade khona kama cold case analysis la kade khona ke futhi lapho ke bese ngemuva ukuthi bathole ke ulwazi lolu ngelanga la nge-19 ngenyanga kaNovember ngomnyaka 2019 uqhamuka ngelanga la nge-17 zakaNovember ngomnyaka 2019 ulwazi lolu kade liqhamuka kubaba kaConstable Zungu ke kulabo bona baqala beza khona ke ukuphenya kwecala labo mayelana nomsola oqala ke lapho ke ngemuva ukuthi kade abatshelile mayelana nolwazi lolu kade analo ke mayelana nomsola oqala ke lapho ke athi futhi ujobele wathi ufakazi kulabo basuka khona ke bayahamba baya e-archive lapho ke bakhipha ke docket lelo kade anecala mayelana nalo lapha ke Tembisa ke bese ngemuva kwalokho kulawa boshwa khona.
Sorry, case number 217 of which month?
Of 3/2019,
Of
my
3/2019.
lord.
Okay.
Correct, my lord. Tembisa.
Yeah.
Just a second, now that's just a minute of indulgence. May I request just a minute, madam, just
Yeah,
to
no, no,
confirm
no.
this aspect, yes.
Take your time.
Thank you for the indulgence, my lord. Thank you, Brigadier. You know, the reason why I'm asking whether you have knowledge about this Clorcop arrest, not really Clorcop arrest, but of the arrest in March 2019 of accused number 1, because he is telling me that around 20, you might not remember the date so well, but it was in 2019. He was accosted by police people. He was in Tembisa. And he was accosted by a group of police. Some of them were in uniform and some of them were in private clothes. He specifically remembers amongst those who were there a certain Mr. Mudau, I don't know their ranks, a certain Mr. Mudau, a certain Mr. Baloi, and as I've said, and one other policeman who was also in uniform.
Athi ke isizathu sokuthi akubuza ke mayelana nalo mbuzo lokho ukuthi ke umsolo athi kade kumnyaka ka-2019 kepha ngenyanga kaMarch kepha ilanga akasalikhumuli kade kuyilanga liphi-ke lapho-ke la kade khona kwaboshwa amaphoyisa amaningi amaphoyisa akhona kamanye kade agqoke ingubo zabo zesiphoyisa futhi amanye inye egqoke ingubo zabo zasekhaya futhi ke amaphoyisa la uyakhumula ukuthi kade khona ke iphoyisa ababesithi uMudawu noBaloyi futhi namanye nje amaphoyisa kepha amanye akawakhumbuli kahle ukuthi kade kwamaphoyisa abobani.
Yes, I'm listening, my lord.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Brigadier.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
Yeah. Now he's telling me that when they accosted him, they were driving in a Kumbi, like I think it's a Nissan Kumbi, it's in Penduro kind of a thing, but I think it's a Kumbi. This guy who accosted him was driving in a Kumbi.
Athi amaphoyisa la amaningi ambopha ke lapho kade beshela ke ikhumbi noma itekisi lezi siphoyisa athi cabanga ukuthi nginisane noma impendulo.
I'm listening, my lord.
Thank
I'm following.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
And upon his arrest, he was then taken to Clorcop.
Athi ngimuva uDengina bambophe ke bamthatha bamikisa ke eClorcop.
I think that is where the offices of these people who arrested him were, I would assume, because they were just offices, they are according to him.
Athi uqamthi mhlambi kula kokade khona kamahhovisi lamaphoyisa kade kambophile la kade bamikise khona ke ngoba kade khona kamagumbi ahlukene amahhovisi lapho ke.
I'm listening, my lord.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
Thank you. And then he says, upon the arrival at Clorcop, they put him in one of the unoccupied offices there. They also asked him questions in relation to the death of Senzo.
Athi ngesikhathi kade lapho ke bamfaka kwigumbi elikhethekile ama kwigumbi elithizeni lapho ke ngesikhathi kade bemfake khona ke lo gumbi baqala khona ke bamphenya noma bambuza ke imibuzo ke mayelana necala la kaSenzo.
I'm listening, my lord. Yes, I'm following.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
Thank you. When he informed them that he knows nothing about this, they then started to assault him.
Athi ngesikhathi kade aphendula amaphoyisa abatshela ukuthi nakanalo ke ulwazi mayelana nokushona kukaSenzo amaphoyisa aqala amshaya khona lapho ke.
I'm following, my lord.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
He continued to deny any knowledge about the death of Senzo. Then the assault also continued, but when they realized that there's nothing that they would be able to extract from him, they then stopped the assault and took him to another office.
Athi lakho la waqhubeka khona ke nake ebatshela ukuthi akanalo ulwazi mayelana nokushona kukaSenzo bekepha ke amaphoyisa nawo aqhubeka lapho ke engayekile ukumshaya ke lapho ke futhi ngesikhathi kade amaphoyisa ebuka ukuthi akanalo ngempela ke ulwazi noma akanayo incazelo kade atshela amaphoyisa ke bamkhipha ke lo gumbi lelo ke bese bamletha bamikisa kulinye igumbi noma ihhovisi khona ngalapho.
I'm following, my lord.
Athi yebo ngilalele.
Thank you. In this subsequent office that they took him to, there were also other individuals there who he identified as a certain Mr. Lishabane. There was also a Sibiya there. He's not so sure whether it's general or what, but he's telling me that the way in which he was being addressed, it sounded like he was a high-ranking officer. There was also a Makubo there. There was also Constable Zungu, the one who gave you the information which led you to Absalom Zungu, his father.
Athi ngesikhathi kade bemikiseke kwigumbi lesibili ke ngemuva kokuthi bemfake kwigumbi lokuqala ngemuva ukuthi bamkhiphe kwigumbi lokuqala le kade bamfake kulona ke bemshayela kulona ke bemphenya ke ngemibuzo ke lapho ke bamikisa kwigumbi lesibili ngesikhathi bekafika kwigumbi lesibili ke lapho ke kulawo bona khona amanye amaphoyisa kade akhona ke lapho ke umnomzana oLeshabane umnomzana oSibiya akathi mhlawumbe ugeneral noma kade kuye omkhulu kula amaphoyisa kade akhona ke lapho ke futhi uMakhubo futhi uConstable Zungu ke ukhumuthi indodana kaBaba uAbsalom Zungu ulo owanilethela ke ulwazi.
My Lord, can I then have an opportunity to comment on what has been said before we move forward? Because a lot, I won't be able to remember all these things.
Okay,
Is
no,
that
fine.
fine? Yeah, can I proceed? So, my Lord, insofar as the Tembisa case 217, because I want to start there, Tembisa 217 of 3/2019, there is no statement in that docket.
Athi ke mina necala sethembisa ke leli lokudayisa ke idakamiswa ke case 217/03/ of 2017 athi lapho ke akukho istatement esikhona ke kuthi ngaphakathi kwedocket lelo.
No.
My
It's not what I
apologies.
meant, yeah, wait. So there is no statement that implicates or suggests that accused number 1 was questioned about this case. In other words, or that he was arrested for the matter before court and that he was then taken through interrogation or interviews insofar as that docket is concerned. There's no such statement, my Lord.
Ngiyaxolisa ke lapho ke nesilungiso sikhona ke athi mina nacala sethembisa lapho ke akukho la babhalile khona ke mhlawumbe babhale statement khona ke wathi umisolo oqala unesandla lecala leli esingalo ngaphambi kwenkantolo.
What is contained in that docket, my Lord, from the beginning, from A1 right up to the end, is the issues relating to drugs, and up to the time that the case went cold, we came on the picture. The case was reopened. It went through the trial process with. I don't mean to defame the accused, but he was convicted for those charges and not the matter relating to this matter. For the charges, when I say those charges, I'm referring to the charges of possession of drugs and ammunition. That is the conviction or announcement that was announced by the court, my Lord, in Tembisa.
Athi lapho ke ngemuva icala likade ade beliyekile kuphela ke nje kepha ngemuva ukuthi bona ke bafike lapho ke baphinda futhi balivusa icala lelo ke ngemuva ukuthi balivusa icala bese wahamba waqhamuka phambi kwenkantolo balixoxa icala lakhe ke lapho ke bese inkosi enkantolo mthetheni icala bese wagwetshwa ke lapho ke malana nokudayisa ke idakamiswa nokuthi noma bamthole ephethe idakamiswa futhi etholeke ephethe ke amabullet.
Now, relating to this matter specifically, my Lord, because in March, I was already assigned to lead this investigation in March 2019. At no stage, myself or any of my team members informed me that there was such information in Tembisa, because if there was such pursuance, it would have been important for me to know as I'm carrying the docket. You know, we followed a lot of information on these dockets, which turned out not to be true at times or inaccurate, but you followed it once it's brought to you. So at no stage was I informed that accused 1 in particular was a suspect in this matter. The only time, and really the only time where his name came up was with the Zungus, both the junior and the senior. That is really what made me focus, or made us focus on accused number 1, my Lord. And that's the essence of what led me to it, not the March story. I'm not aware of it, my Lord.
Athi ke ufakaza cha yena akanaloko ulwazi ukuthi ngabe yini eyenzeka ngenyanga kaMarch ngomnyaka ka2019 ngoba ke lapho akukho umuntu waqhamuka kuyena ke iqembu lakhe kwafika kwamtshela mina nolwazi kade ke analog mayelana icala leli ke lapho ke kepha ke na ulwazi oqala ke ulwazi loqala alaqhamuka kuyena ke lwaqhamuka ngoZungu ingane kaBaba uAbsalom Zungu ke ngesikhathi kade ahlezi nabo phansi bobabili lapho ke ngesikhathi kade bekhuluma mayelana negama lakaMsola uqala.
We can then proceed, my Lord, I think, yeah, and then.
Thank you. Then he further says that upon being questioned again about his knowledge about the death of Senzo. Now, in the presence of Lishabane, Sibiya, Makubu, and Zungu. His response being the fact that he knows nothing. That is when then Makubo suggested that he should rather be released because it is clear that he does not seem to have knowledge or he does not seem to have been involved in the commission of, in the death of Senzo.
Athi-ke lapho-ke ngesikhathi kade akhulumisana nomnumzana uLeshabane, umnumzana uSibiya futhi kade athi mhlawumbe uGeneral noma kade kuye kade nesikhundla esiphezulu kunesikhundla salamanye amaphoyisa kade akhona-ke lapho-ke uMakhubo noZungu-ke athi yena wabatshela ukuthi akanalo ulwazi ngokushona kukaSenzo-ke lapho-ke bese umnumzana uMakhubo athi kumele bamdedele ngoba lo muntu lo uyatshengakala ukuthi cha ngempeleni akanalo ulwazi.
My Lord, look, I was not obviously in that meeting, so if it did take place, even to begin with, I won't be able to comment. But what I can say and comment on, my Lord, is insofar as Tembisa case 217 of 3/2019, because it is clearly indicated there that he was arrested for the case of dealing in drugs. The reason of him not being pursued further is because the matter was withdrawn due to the absence of the 212 statement for the authentication of the drugs. Those are the reasons that are contained in that docket. That's the first part.
Athi-ke kuphuzu lokuqala ngathanda ukuthi akhulume mayelana nodaba lwakhona-ke uma ngaba lo mhlangano kade bewuhlelile noma uma ngaba lo mhlangano kade ukhona empeleni akanalo ulwazi umhlangano loyo-ke ngoba kade engekho kulowo mhlangano loyo-ke kepha athi mana icala sethembisa lelo ukuthi waboshwa-ke boshelwa udayisa-ke idakamizwa noma utholakala inedakamiswa kuyena-ke yilona icala ngaze akhulume ngalo-ke lapho-ke ngoba icala kade bengaqhubekile nalo kade belimisile ngoba kade bengenawo ama-statement kade kumele ukuthi bawathole ama-212 statement.
Secondly, my Lord, there is no statement in that docket of Warrant Officer Makubo forming part of that investigation or interview at any stage, from the initial stage up to the time the matter went to trial. Even when we were involved, Warrant Officer Makubo did not submit any statement in that docket. So there was no statement that indicates, or perhaps one can take it further, even on the diary, the investigation diary, that says in that docket in particular around that time, because that's the only matter I can refer to, he was present.
Athi futhi okwesibili-ke lapho akukho istatement sakamnumzana uMakhubo ngaphakathi kwe-docket le lasethembile icala lasethembisa lakamsola la kade akhulume khona ukuthi mhlawumbe kade akhona-ke noma kade mhlawumbe komunye wabalekeleli noma kade komunye kade alekelela-ke abaseshi becala.
Lastly, my Lord, I'm saying this with greatest respect. I do not understand if somebody gives an information to you, how do you spontaneously at that spot come to a conclusion that someone is not involved and must be released? I mean, if the assertion is correct, Warrant Officer Makubo, as I'm saying, is a warrant officer, and if the assertion that is given to me is also correct that there were two generals there, the seniority is very clear. Generals will make that decision. So I don't understand how will a warrant officer, without even investigation, then will impose the decision in the presence of the general, and the generals must just follow. That doesn't make sense to me, my Lord, with greatest respect.
Athi lokho ngenhlonipho-ke enkulu akwenza umcabango othizini like mhlawumbe umcabango oqondile mayelana ukuthi kumnumzana warrant officer Makhubo ngoba kade ngoba esikhathini samanje usase-warrant officer namanje ukuthi yena acabange nomhlawumbe aqhamuke nephuzu lokuthi kumele ukuthi bamdedeleke umsola wokuqala-ke lapho-ke ngapha akhulume lokho kaphambi kwabo-general bakhe ababili abakade bekhona-ke lapho-ke le nto lathi yinto engeze yenzeke.
Yes, my Lord, that's the essence of.
Yeah, thank you, Brigadier. Let me just correct one perception from the last point of your analysis. Mr. Makhubo, from the instruction I'm getting from Mr. Sibiya, never said he should be released. Mr. Makhubo only suggested that he should be released because it appears to him, Mr. Makhubo, that he bears no knowledge about the death of Senzo. So it is therefore a little bit ingenious for you to say that Mr. Makhubo is the one who gave an order that he should be released. I just want to correct me.
Let's not argue about non-essentials. If you suggest something,
Yes, ma'am.
if you had said somebody else other than Makhubo suggested, but you are saying your instructions are Makubo suggested.
Yes,
He suggested to the generals.
yes, my lord.
Right, and he was released thereafter.
It means the
Yeah,
suggested, it means the general bought his suggestion.
Yes, the suggestion was
So there's
taken.
nothing wrong in that. You see,
Is that
I'm
so?
only correcting the brigadier who says it is very strange for a junior officer to instruct senior officers to release somebody else. It was only a suggestion. And on the basis of the information that they had then, they said, no, Makubo is Vumelana now. Exactly. That's just the perception that I'm trying to correct. Thank you, sir. But let us proceed. And indeed, he was released and he never was taken to court.
bathi yebo empeleni bamdedela ke lapho kakakaze bamthathe bamnikise ngaphambi kwenkantolo.
I'm not aware, my lord. Like I said, what I know is that he was released because the 212 statement, and that's what is contained in the docket, was unavailable to take the matter forward. That's what I can comment about.
Athi yebo lapho ke bamdedela ke ngoba kade kungekho ama 212 statement lapho ke kade uthi abe khona ngaphakathi kwedocket.
Now, thank you, Brigadier. Before we proceed and develop this aspect of what happened at Clorco, it's to me, it appears like a similar method that you and your team used in the arrest of accused number 1 in 2020 was also used in March 2019 when he got arrested and taken to Clorco. And the reason why I'm saying that is as follows.
Athi manje kummeli malana na nokubona kwakhe ke sekutshengala ngathi nena sebenzisa ke indlela eyodwa ke ngomnyaka 2020 ngesikhathi zenibopha ke umsola oqala ke futhi indlela eyodwa le kade isetshenziswa amaphoyisa ngomnyaka 2019 ngoMarch ngesikhathi kade eboshwa ngesikhathi kade benikisa lapho eClotco.
Now, in 2020, when you and your team, that included Sergeant Mkhula, Mabena, etc., when you arrested accused number 1, or when accused number 1 was arrested, it was not directly on this case, but it was on the basis of the case of dealing in drugs. But subsequent thereto, you question him about this case. Not so?
Athi wena ke nabo sergeant nabo mnumzana boMkhula boMabhena futhi nabanye ngesikhathi kade nibopha ke umsolo ngomnyaka 2020 kade nimbopha mana iqala lasethembisa ke kade nibophile ngicala leli kepha ngemuva uthi eboshiwe lapho ke bese namphinda ke ngemibuzo ke gcina selifika kule cala leli akusenjalo.
And I'm not suggesting there is anything wrong about it.
Athi akasho ukuthi khona ke okungalungile ngokwenza lokho.
It's just the methodology.
So my lord, I'll start with the last part. The answer is correct, yes. He was arrested for the drug dealing case, and then in the background, we had done a cold case analysis insofar as this matter is concerned. That's the first part. So I agree with the last assertion, but I want to go to the first portion of Advocate Mnisi's statement.
Athi malana nephuzo lo ke yebo kuyiqiniso kade bembopha malana iqala leli lasethembisa ke udayisa ke idakamiswa ke lapho ke kepha malana nephuzo loqala umile aqhamuke ngalo ke uyothi abuye aze kulona ke manje.
When we did that, my lord, I was given a mandate to investigate this case. So in other words, one was not sitting randomly and selecting or deciding that you will pursue suspects which you do not have a docket on. This docket was given to us, to me, to lead as the investigating officer. As part of the investigation, we obtained evidence that was pointing us to accused number 1. And it is on those bases that then the analysis, the methodology was then embarked on to focus on him, not in the absence of this docket. So this docket was the basis of what we were doing.
Athi yebo khona ke lapho kunjalo ke kepha ukhumule khona nje naye umnumzana bamnika idocket leli ukuthi akaseshe noma ke enze uphenyo lakhe mayelana necala leli ngesikhathi kade besenza lokho kade besenza ama call analysis lapho ke uma ebiza ngegama lesingisi ke lapho ke ngesikhathi besenza lokho kula khona ke kade benolwazi lolo kade banikisa komsola wokuqala.
Now, in March 2019, my lord, I was still in possession of this docket, as I've said to date. The members who appears there as the arresting officers in the Tembisa case, were not part of my investigation team. There are local detectives, there are police officers, crime prevention and detectives from Tembisa. They were not part of the investigation prior to me being present. They are not part of the investigation team up to date. So they have no knowledge or relevance insofar as I know, insofar as this matter is concerned. It will then be peculiar because what questions do you put? And how do you dispute the answers when you are not sitting with the docket? Because if somebody answers you or you're building a case, you need to see if what is being collected is in line with your docket. So how will investigators pursue someone on a matter that they're not sitting with the docket with? Because in March 2019, I was in possession of the original docket and I was the lead investigating officer and I was not part of this interview or whatever that transpired in Tembisa, my lord.
Athi-ke lapho ngomnyaka kaMarch ko-2019 kade aphethe-ke idokhethi leli lalicala leli ke kuyena-ke ufakazi ngesikhathi kade aphethe idokhethi leli ke kuyena-ke kade azama ukwenza-ke uphenyo lwakhe noma usasha kwecala leli-ke kepha mayelana nodaba lwamaphoyisa le asethembisa-ke wona-ke athi akona-ke kunalabahlangana khona-ke mayelana necala leli-ke ngoba wona kade bephenya icala lasethembisa-ke lakamsola ngesikhathi ade yayiboshiwe khona-ke lapho eboshiwe ukuthi watholakala-ke eneyidakamizwa kuyena-ke noma watholakala edayisa-ke idakamizwa kuyena-ke futhi athi kule dokhethi leli aliphethelana-ke ngesikhathi amaphoyisa ade ekhulumisana nawo-ke akukho la abhala khona i-statement amnikeza mayelana nomsolo wokuqala kule dokhethi leli lalecala esingalo la ngaphambi kwenkantolo manje.
No, were any of my members that I refer to, my lord, with the exception of Warantusa Makubo, because I'm being told he was there, although I can't confirm. But insofar as the team members that I'm aware of, none of them, including Warantusa Makubo, by the way, informed me that this man was arrested. There was a suspect arrested by the name of Sibia, and he participated in that interview. He didn't tell me that in the briefing when we were still talking together. I don't recall him saying there's a suspect arrested, and he interviewed that suspect and decided or suggested that that particular suspect must be released.
Athi ngesikhathi bekhulumisana no-warrant officer Makhubo akunala warrant officer Makhubo wamtshela khona ukuthi kunomlisa uthizeni abamiza ukuthi uSibiyake owaboshwa-ke lapho-ke ngesikhathi ade qeda kuboshwa khona bese bamphina-ke ngemibuzo-ke kepha uma bengatholi-ke ulwazi mayelana nalo muntu uma bengatholi ulwazi ade luqhamuka kuSibiyake lapho-ke bese wacabanga wathi yena-ke wasuggest ukuthi kumele ukuthi bamdedele akukho la wakhuluma khona-ke u-warrant officer Makhubo kuyena-ke ufakazi.
Yes, my lord. That's how far I can take it at this stage.
Athukula angaza khulume agcine khona-ke kulesikhathi samanje.
Thank you, Brigadier. The methodology. In 2019, March 2019, accused number 1, that's my analysis, gets arrested for something else, but he gets squeezed on the death of Senzo Meyiwa. And I'm not saying there is anything wrong in that. I'm just trying to draw an analogy on the methodologies that have been used. You get arrested, he gets arrested on something else, he gets squeezed on something else.
Athi-ke lapho ngenyanga kaMarch ngomnyaka 2019 umsola wokuqala uyaboshwa lapho boshwela ke icala elithizeni-ke ngesikhathi kade boshwela icala elithizeni sebaqhamuka bambuza-ke imibuzo-ke mayelana necala lokushona kukaSenzo.
So, my lord, the methodology that is being explained to me by Advocate Mnisi, okay, let me talk about the cold case methodology. It doesn't work that way. Perhaps let me just put it, because perhaps there's a misunderstanding of how cold case analysis or the methodology, if I can use that term, works. How it works, my lord, you need to have the basis. You need to have a docket that you are pursuing, that is cold. In embarking to solve that matter, you then apply various methods of identifying parallel cases to the same target that you are pursuing. But there must be basis. So you can't just take a case random that has nothing to do with what you are investigating, and then, because there won't be a connection. So there must be a basis. Like in this instance, there's a death of Senzo Meyiwa. The reason we apply this methodology is because we're trying to connect this suspect to this main charge. Now, that is now the death of Senzo Meyiwa. Insofar as the Tembisa matter, those investigators were not part of this case. So they could not have applied this method insofar as this matter before court is concerned, because they were not in possession of this investigation, they were not part of this investigation, so they could not bring anything to this matter. If they applied it, it was for something else, but definitely not this matter.
Athi ke lapho ke uma besenza kuphenyo lwabo ke lapho ke bagxinize ekutheni benze kuphenyo mayicala leli ababhekene nalo kusube benalo ngaphambi kwabo ke lapho ke futhi oqhubeka wajobela washo khona njalo ukuthi malana necala leli ke lapho kona ke kula kade bezama ukuxhumanisa khona ke umsola malana necala leli noma mhlawumbe amlethe kule cala leli malana nolwazi kade analo ke ngesikhathi lesi bekaphenya ke icala leli ke noma malana nolwazi lolada lutholile ngesikhathi bekasenza ukusesha kwakhe kwicala leli futhi oqhubeka washo khona ukuthi amaphoyisa lapho ke thembisa malana necala leli kamsola lasithembisa ke kade engekho kule cala leli esingalo la enkantolo futhi abanalo ulwazi malana nedocket le cala leli esinalo la phambi kwenkantolo manje.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you, Brigadier. Brigadier, is it not your evidence? Oh, I'm sorry. An indulgence, my lord.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, my lord. Apparently this up and down movement is going to be it's going to occur very frequently. I may apologize in advance for that.
No.
Thank you.
I'm used to it. 2 years I've been watching it.
Yes, my lord. Unfortunately now it's on my shoulders. Thank you, my lord. Now, Brigadier, before I forget this aspect, wasn't really part of your evidence that upon your appointment as investigating officers in this matter, you made copies of the dockets and gave other police who were also appointed as investigators in this matter, including Makubu.
Mnumzana manje umeli uthanda kwazi la kuwena ukuthi ngabe kade kungasi ufakazi bakho lo wabukhuluma ukuthi ngesikhathi bowukhethiwe njengomholi wabaseshi becala leli lawo nake wenza kula khona ke nakwenza amakhophi khona ke bese wanikeza ke amanye amaphoyisa la kade usebenzisana nawo ekuthizeni baphenye ke icala noma kade usizana nabo ekuthizeni baphenye icala leli wakhuluma igama lika mnumzana warrant officer Makubu.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kuyiqiniso.
So why then do you say you were the only person who was in possession of the case docket? Other police people would not have known what was the content of this docket that related to the death of Caesar, or of Senzo.
Manje bathi kungani ukuthi uwe kuphela kade uphetheke idocket leli lalecala leli kepha ke amanye amaphoyisa kade engenalo ulwazi lokuthi ngabe yini eqokethwe ngaphakathi kwedocket leli lokushona kukaSenzo.
No, I think, my Lord, perhaps I was misunderstood. I said, and that's why I said it's important for me to refer to Tembisa case 217, because that's what I can factually connect to the incident of March 2019. And I'm saying those members, the police officers in that case, which I can read in terms of the investigating officer, read their statements, the arresting officers, they were not part of this investigation team, and therefore they were not privy to this investigation. I'm referring to those police officers who were not involved, who were involved in Tembisa case 217 of 3/2019, because that is the incident I can talk to, my Lord, where I could see that in March, accused number 3, and it's the only incident in March, where he was arrested and then later released. Those police officers did not have even the copies of this docket, but they were also not part of this investigation. So I'm saying on those bases, they could not have known what is contained in the docket.
Athi lapho ke mhlawumbe uthi unaka awukaze umzwisise kahle ke mail uma ngabe khuluma ngokuthi amaphoyisa la kade engahambisani nabo noma kade amaphoyisa la kade angekho ngaphansi kwethimba leli lokusesha kwicala leli. Ukhuluma ngamaphoyisa kade asesha icala sethembisa ke lapho ke le case number u217/03/2019 lapho ke athi amaphoyisa lawo ke kade engekho ngaphansi kwethimba lakhe lokusesha icala leli esingalo la phambi kwenkantolo. Athi bona kade besesha icala lasethembisa ke la umsolo kade ethwese icala lokutholakala inedakamiswa noma icala lokuthi bamthole idayisa idakamiswa lapho ke futhi ngemuva kwalapho kulasele bamdedela khona ke yena ke ngoba kade bengatholi kama statement we212.
Yes, my Lord, that's my answer.
Athi yebo iyona impendulo yakhe leyo.
Thank you, sir. But in your analysis and in your answer, why are you avoiding to include Makubo as a person who also who had a duplicate or who had information about this Senzo Meyiwa's case?
But mina ngingaza kungani ke uMakhubo ungamfakile ngamasheke malana iqala leli kade analo ke noma ne docket leli kade analo ke lokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa.
Because I'm sorry before you answer, because accused number 1 specifically mentioned that he was also a clerk cop.
Ngoba ke umsolo qala ukukhulumile ukuthi kade akhona ke lapho ke clerk cop.
My Lord, excuse me, I dealt with the first part too. So Warranto Samakubo's name came up on the first assertion that was made by Advocate Mnisi when he said, do I confirm or am I changing from that evidence that I've made copies for the other investigators in this matter? That included Warranto Samakubo, and my answer was yes. Then I moved forward to say the members involved in the Tembisa case 217 of 3/2019 were not part of this investigation. They were not reporting to me, no, they were part of the investigation team that was before us. So based on those, based on that knowledge, my Lord, I do not see then on what basis would they have had copies of the docket. That is the first part, my Lord.
Athi ke kuphuzo oqala ke la ungathanda ukuthi akho aqinize lo daba lo olulandelayo ukuthi abaseshi noma abantu kade bekhona ngaphansi kwethimba lakhe besesha noma bephenya icala leli kade ebenzela amakhophi bese wabanikeza amakhophi edocket leli edocket lalicala leli ke kepha ke ukhumule khona ukuthi amaphoyisa akhe lapha ethembisa ke mayelana necala le case 217/03 of 2020 ke bona kade bengenaso isandla noma kade bengalekeleli lutho mayelana necala leli eqhamuka phambi kwenkosi enkantolo manje sibhekane nalo icala lokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa futhi uyasho khona ukuthi bona kade behambisana nelinye iqembu lapho kethembisa ke ngesikhathi kade besenza uphenya kwicala labo ke malana nomsolwa leli kade benalo lokuthi bathola umsolwa edayisa idakamiso.
Second, my Lord, I said I spoke to Warranto Samakubo because at that stage we were still communicating. Hence, I was able to inform them at the time about Zungu, the initial stage, with Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi. At no stage did Warranto Samakubo informed me that he was called to an interview where accused 1 was involved, or rather was questioned. At no stage he made that assertion to me, my Lord, or any of the team members of the team, my Lord.
Athi khona ke lapho ke kade khulumisana futhi no Lieutenant Warranto Samakubo kepha akazamtsheleke futhi khona komunye ambizile na ukuthi Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi lapho ke nabo akaze bamtshela ukuthi kade bekhulumisana nomsola uqala noma kade bemphenya ke nemibuzo noma kade bembuza ke imibuzo. Ngesikhathi leso ke
Yes, my lord, that's my response.
So, Brigadier, in short, you then saying that this allegation that accused number one is saying, or this information that is coming up from accused number one, according to you, it could never have happened that way.
manje athumeli ngabe usho ukuthi mayelana nolwazi loluqhamuka kumsola oqala usho ukuthi mayelana nenkulumo yakhe yonke ke leyo nto la ayikaze yaba khona noma ayikaze yenzeke.
My lord, I can confirm, as I've said, that he was arrested, but the arrest related to the drug dealing. So my response, my lord, it must not be misunderstood to be saying, I was not present in so far as what happened in Tembisa. If the assertion is that there were certain discussions, I do not know. I was not part of that. I'm simply giving evidence on what I could put my hands on, and I'm saying the first part of Tembisa matter is the docket of Tembisa. In that docket, there is no reference of what is being put to me. That's the first part. The second part, insofar as this matter that is before court, which I was leading in March 2019, there is no information that was brought to me by any of the investigators that accused number one is a suspect and is being interviewed. On those basis, my lord, it will be difficult for me to say, yes, it happened. On what basis? I was not there. So if it happened, my lord, I wouldn't know. I was not there. But there's no evidence or basis that supports that narrative in both dockets, my lord.
Athi kula madokethi omabili ke lapho ke na ke akukho la bamtshela khona ukuthi umsolo oqala ke aboshiwe futhi ngesikhathi kade aboshwe ngaso ke bese bamaphoyisa ke amphenya ambuza ke imibuzo ke lapho ke bese babuya bamtshela ke ngenyanga kaMarch ngomnyaka ka2019 athi akukho la laba kade asebenzisana nabo ethizeni ke baseshi icala leli noma baphenya icala leli babuya bamtshela ukuthi umsolo oqala kade aboshiwe mayicala laseThembisa ke lapho ke le kade aboshelwe futhi babuya bakhuluma naye lapho ke athi akukho la yena ke ufakazi ababuya bamtshela.
Yes, that's my response, my lord.
Thank you, Brigadier. That sounds much better. The fact that you did not receive information from those who participated in this incident does not mean that this did not happen. Not so.
Nanoma ukuthi wena ke mnumzana ukaze ke uthole ulwazi malana namaphoyisa la kade ashizi nomsolo aphansi bembuza ke imibuzo lokho akusho ukuthi lokho akaze kwenzeke
Because you are not there.
ngoba kade ungekho lapho ke.
I was not there, my lord. I think I've answered that. I don't know how far can I take it now.
Yeah, just for my edification.
Yes.
Athi yebo ngangekho lapho.
Is it possible? Oh, sorry.
Athi yebo le lapho kade ngingekho futhi angazi ukuthi ngathenla ngithini ke manje.
General Leshabane was the most senior guy there at that time. There was a commissioner of police, obviously, above him.
There was General Shabane and General Sibia is
Sibia,
is a DNC now.
Right.
Then yes, they would have been in the same level.
Yeah.
Yes, but also General Sibia at that time, what I know, my lord, he was not in the police. He was doing some other work in Johannesburg. So General Shabane, but they were in the same level, the level of Major General when General Sibia was there. But subsequent to that, he's now a Deputy National Commissioner. This is now General Sibia, currently.
So a general can interview a suspect called Ratamo Khotling. There's no docket which is opened. There are no notes which are kept of the discussion or the interview or the interrogation. And yet you, as the colonel, in charge of the investigation, you never got any notification.
That's why, my lord, I said I'm finding that very strange, particularly if you take into account the level of experience. General Sibia was the head of the Hawks in Gauteng.
Okay.
So he's a detective by nature. He's now the Deputy National Commissioner currently in the country. General Shabane was even though he was a cluster commander in the North Rand area, but he was a detective as well. And so that's why I'm saying how the narrative is being told to me, I can't take it further than that, my lord.
Kade senkantolo ukuthi manje ke lapho kusho ukuthi umnumzana uGeneral Major General Sibia futhi no General Leshabana ke lapho ke ngabe kade akhona ke omunye mhlawumbe kade anesikhundla esiphezulu esingaphezulu kunesomunye bese ufakazi waphela ngokuthi kade ikhundla zabo zilingana ke bona ke bobabili ke lapho ke futhi asho ukuthi khona manje kumnumzana omunye ukhona ke lapho ke sele ku Deputy National Commissioner lapho ke bese yade bebuza ukuthi manje lokho yena athi akakuthule kahle ukuthi lokho kungenzeka kade kwenzeke kanjani ngoba kade anganalo ulwazi lwalenkulumo leyo.
As it please the court, my lord. May I just respond to what the court
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to
fine.
inquire from the witness
Fine.
here? This witness just indicated that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So if those are the questions that are mind-boggling in the mind of the court, for the court to get first-hand information on whether or not there were notes which were kept there,
Yeah.
whether or not there were not notes, the very best person who can come and demystify the court on this kind of a myth which is there is the person himself, not this witness. Man.
No, fine.
Because
Yeah.
he wasn't there.
No,
It
quite.
will therefore be very improper to conclude this matter on the understanding that.
No, you're
simply-
reading what I not.
Thank you, my lords.
I'm just the modus operandi,
Yes,
like me here,
yes,
the JP,
yes,
the deputy JP.
yes, my lord.
It goes with structures.
Yes.
They hold a meeting with Ratama Khwatleng.
Yes.
They don't keep any notes. There's no docket. That's what I want to understand. That's all. It has got nothing to do. It's just the protocol. Because somebody is being interrogated.
Yes,
After being assaulted, I don't know if you still remember that.
Yes.
He's assaulted.
Yes.
And then he's brought before a general.
Yes.
The Shabani.
Yes.
And Sibia.
Yes.
And Makubu.
yes.
And then nothing happens. They just say, let him go.
But as I'm saying, my lords, if
fine.
the court is really interested in getting to know about the dynamics of what happened there, the most relevant people is not this witness,
Yeah,
because
no,
he
fine.
wasn't there.
You are right.
It is those people who were
Fine,
there.
no problem.
I think CBI is still alive, my lords. He's
No.
a deputy national commissioner. Lishabane, I think, is still alive.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. And they are readily available to come to court if the court will
Yes,
give
the
an
late,
instruction that they should come.
the late Mr. Mgomezulu said he was going to call Lechaban, if you recall. Maybe you've forgotten. I don't forget.
I was representing accused number
Yeah,
3.
no, I'm
my
just
lord.
telling you.
I don't know if that was
Mr.
said
Ngumalo
or
can
what.
confirm that, and even Mr. Ramusipidi. Remember? Thank you. Right.
Then
Let us
it
make
means he will
progress.
come, my lord. He will come.
make progress.
Yes. Now, that was just part of the methodology. Person gets arrested in one docket, they accuse him on something else. He gets arrested on the other docket, they accuse him on something else. And as I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing, there's nothing unlawful with that. But further to this, Mr. Sibia informs me that Zungu, when he testified here, he also expatiated about what could have happened at Tlorkop. I need to go and refresh my memory on this. Let us just put this fact in abeyance.
athi lapho-ke umuntu uyaboshwa boshe icala leli icala thizeni ngesikhathi eboshe icala thizeni ke lapho-ke bambuza bampheneke nemibuzo eningi icala thizeni bese bamdedela kwicala lithizeni kade bempheneka ngalo imibuzo noma kade lecala thizeni kade bembophele eboshelwe lona-ke futhi umnumzana uSibiya athi umnumzana kaUzungu ngesikhathi kade ala ngaphambi kwenkantolo ithola ufakazi bakhe kunolunye udaba angalikhulumile kahle ngendlela eqondile.
My Lord, so there are two responses to that. So the first part of Zungu, I was not here when he testified, so I won't be able to assist even when that evidence is found on record. So that's the first part.
athi kunamaphuzu amabili ke bakhulume ngawo ke lana udaba lophuzu oqala lakamnumzana ke uZungu ngeke akhona ukukhuluma mayelana nalo ngoba ngesikhathi umnumzana uZungu kade alethe ufakazi bakhe ngaphambi kwenkantolo ke yena ke ufakazi wamanje kade angekho ke lapho ke futhi namodaba lo kade likhona lapho ngaphambi kusenkantolo beshicelele phansi angeke akhona ukuthi aphefumule mayelana nalo.
The second part, my Lord, the methodology, I think is misunderstood. You need to have the main docket. That's how it works. So you need to have a docket that is a dilemma, that is difficult to resolve. Then once you have that docket, the second thing, you need to have sight of the targets. Your suspect must be on site, the person that you want to pursue. And once you have that person on site, in the absence of evidence at that stage, then you apply the methodology of identifying other cases that can bring this person closer. But there must be a base, there must be a docket that is difficult to connect, or rather that is unsolved, and because of the lack of evidence at the time, we are not able to arrest the suspect, in other words, the target or the suspect. If the evidence is sufficient, you go straight to the suspect. You don't have to go around applying the methodology. But if there is difficulty, then you will apply the cold case analysis of identifying other cases. While you are addressing this person on the other cases, then you are looking into the main docket. So there must be a main docket. And my problem, when I said perhaps the understanding is not correct, my lord, is that the members of Tembisa who dealt with Tembisa case 217 of 2019 were not in possession, because even Warren Tembisa Makobo, when he was called there, if he was called, he was not part of those members. So those members could not have been in possession of these dockets. Only the investigators, as I've said, my lord, I was in possession of the original. Members of the team were in possession of the copies. Then the team members can then apply this method, because they know what we are looking for in relation to evidence that we have, not when you don't have any docket that you need to solve, my lord.
Uphendulile ufakazi ngale ndlela ke landelayo athi esikhathini esiningi ke uma ngabe oyibona bephethe i-main docket idocket elikhulu noma idocket elikhethekile ke lapho ke kulaba bheka khona ke kumahlangothi ke amaningi ethizeni lo muntu othizeni abasuke bacingana naye ukuthi bangamthola kanjani ke lapho ke kulaba apply khona ke le method akhulume ngayo isilimi lesingisi elijulile ke lapho ke athi ngesikhathi besenza lokho ke kulaba zama uxhumana khona ke uxhumanisa khona ke manje amacala ke amaningi ke la ngaze agcina ke amacala amaningi angaze agcina abaletheke kulomuntu othizeni osuke bacingana naye kuthizeni bamthole esikhathini esiningi ke athi lapho ke uyavuma ukuthi yebo abeqembu lakhe abeqembu lezokusesha lakhe lawa abakade asebenzisana nabo kade ebenzele amakhophi bese obanikeza kamakhophi wale docket leli esinalo la ngaphambi kwenkantolo. Kepha ukuthi yini yaqhamuka ngesikhathi amaphoyisa asethembisa ke phenya icala lasethembisa ke athi akanalo ulwazi lokho ke ngoba amaphoyisa asethembisa kade engenalo idocket leli esinalo la ngaphambi kwenkantolo, futhi amaphoyisa asethembisa kade engazi ukuthi yini equkethiwe noma ekhona noma yini engekho ngaphakathi kwedocument kwedocket leli esinalo la ngaphambi kwenkantolo, nokuthi uma ngabe warrant officer Makhubo wahamba wayethembisa ke lapho ke bese wakhuluma namaphoyisa asethembisa yena uthi akanalo ulwazi lwalokho nokuthi yini wakho bakhuluma ngayo nokuthi yini abangakaze bakhulume ngayo.
And lastly, my lord, if a suspect is pursued, interviewed or questioned for this matter, for example, record, even if it's done by part of the team members, they will have to have some form of communication, maybe arrest, a statement, and the reason why the person was released or eliminated in the case. So there must be a record on the main docket that Mr. Sorensoso was pursued, this investigation was done and could not be connected on the matter. Even if it's released at the station for that matter, to say, based on this reason, the person is then released or could not be connected into this matter, if things are done in relation to the matter that is before court. And I'm saying, my lord, there is no such in this docket that indicates that accused number 1 was arrested for this particular matter, or things were questioned, rather questions were put to him about this matter by those officers who have done it, or even their statements for that matter, my lord. There isn't one here. There isn't one also in the Tembisa docket.
Athi ke lapho uma ngaba amaphoyisa kade yakhuluma khona ke nomsolo oqala mayelana necala leli esibhekene nalo umcala umsolo oqala qhamuke ngalo ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo kumanje noma esikhathini samanje ke lapho ke amaphoyisa kade ekhona ke lapho ke bezobhala istatement sokuboshwa kwakhe ke futhi nesizathu sokuthi bamdedele futhi nala kade bebuza khona ke imibuzo ke bekuzoqhamuka ngaphakathi noma kade noma lokho bekuzoba khona ngaphakathi kwedocket leli esinalo la ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo, ngoba athi uma ngabe bheka ama statement akhona la ngaphakathi kwedocument leli kwedocket leli akukho la kubhalwe khona ke malana nodaba lolo.
Yes, my lord, that's my response.
Brigadier Kinidi, you know, I'm standing here, I'm wondering if you're really listening to yourself, and I'm saying this with due respect. Now, if you say there is nothing in the docket that they were investigating that Tembisa case 2173 of 2019 to demonstrate that they had an interview with accused number 1, are you suggesting, Brigadier, that in the docket, on the strength of which accused number 1 was arrested, that drug-related issue docket Is there anything, if we're to get into that docket, that we're going to find that accused number one was also interviewed in relation to this matter?
Manje athi ummeli akazi ukuthi mnumzana uma ngabe ukhuluma kade uzizwa noma kade uzilalele na. Usho ukuthi ngesikhathi umsola kade eboshiwe lapha manje icala laseThembisa lokudayisa idakamizwa noma lokutholakala ke phethe idayimiso kuyena ke. Usho ukuthi uma ngabe sesingahamba sicinge idocket lelo sibese silithole uma sibheke idocket lelo ke usho ukuthi akunala ababhalile khona ukuthi umsola kade bemphenya ke imibuzo makade bembuza ke imibuzo mayelana icala leli.
My Lord, perhaps I was misunderstood. I'm saying in the Tembisa docket, the charge there is drug dealing.
Athi ke ucabanga mhlamba kade bengamzwile kahle uthi lapho mina icala sethembisa ke umsola waboshelwa utholakala ke enedakamizwa noma watholakala idayisa idakamizwa.
And I'm saying in that docket, there is no indication that accused number one was arrested for this matter or questioned about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. And I'm referring to that particular docket, my Lord. There is no such statement or any assertion in that docket. The charges are ones related to drug dealing all the way up to the time when the evidence was led and concluded in Tembisa court.
Athi ku docket laseThembisa ke akukho lababhalile khona ke ukuthi umsola kade bembuza ke imibuzo mayelana nokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa. Kepha okhona oqukethwe ngaphakathi docket laseThembisa ke case 217/03/2017 kula khona kade umsola evela phambi kwenkantolo noma kade ethwese icala lokudayisa idakamizwa noma lokutholakala ke nedakamizwa ngesikhathi biqala ukwenza usashe icala lelo ke laze lavela phambi kwenkantolo baze baqeda ke lisenkantolo. Akukho lapho lokho
And I'm saying, my Lord, secondly to this docket, which is relevant to the death of Senzo Meyiwa, there is no statement, be it from Warrant Officer Makubo, or any other police officer, that suggests that accused number one was once a suspect prior to us approaching him prior to us having sight on him and then subsequently arrested on the 30th of May 2020. That he was once questioned or taken in as a suspect in March 2019. It's silent. So you don't find his name in this docket, which should have been the docket that talks to his presence, because then it means he would have been interviewed or pursued for this matter. And I'm saying there's no such statement that indicates that he was once a person of interest.
Athi futhi mayelana nedocket leli elikhona la phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ke docket elikala leli sibhekene nalo ke lokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa athi akukho la abaphoyisa abhale khona ke nomhlamba warrant officer Makubo watshela amanye ababhala phansi ke statement ukuthi ke umsola kade eboshiwe futhi ngesikhathi bekaboshiwe ngaso ke mayaqala le kade eboshiwe nalasethembisa kukhona ke isikhathi bambuza kade bemphenya ngemibuzo noma kade bembuza ke imibuzo mayelana nokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa athi nanoma yiliphi iphoyisa elikade likhona ngaphansi kwethimba lakhe ke akukho la bakhulumi khona ke ngokuthi umsola uqala kade ebuzwa ke imibuzo mayelana nokushona kukaSenzo Meyiwa.
Lastly, my Lord, as I've said, and that should not be misunderstood, I've said I was not there when he was arrested in 2019. I'm simply commenting on what is before me. If you make a session to say certain directions, discussions went that way, I was not there. But I'm saying both dockets don't tell me that he was arrested for the death of Senzo Meyiwa, my Lord. The docket speaks for themselves.
Athi futhi okugcina ke yena ukukhuluma ngento ke anayo la kuyena ke esandleni sakhe noma kayiphethe phambi kwakhe akukho la kubhalwe khona ke ukuthi yena ke kade bemphenya imibuzo ngesikhathi bekaboshiwe mayaqalelela kaSenzo Meyiwa.
That's my response, my Lord.
Athi impendulo yakhe ke leyo.
I've said, Brigadier, we will park that issue relating to what could have happened at Clorcop until I confirm what is contained in the record on the basis of what the witnesses who testified about Clorcop said.
Athi okwamanje kusothi sime kancane ngibala nodaba lwalapha ke Clorcop size sithole athothole kufakazi kade bukhona ngaphambi kwenkantolo ufakazi ade bulethiwa abanye ke ufakazi mana nendaba yase Clorcop.
I understand, my Lord.
Athi yebo ngiyakuzwa.
My Lord, I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
It's 11:39.
yeah, let's adjourn for Chief.
I'm not suggesting an adjournment, my Lord,
What are you
because
suggesting?
in any event, I would have requested that we have an early adjournment today to enable me to go and verify the information that has subsequently come up here that I said we are going to put in abeyance. I would have suggested that we adjourn at 1 o'clock for the day to go through that information.
Which information is that, Mr. Minister?
It relates to the evidence of Zungu. It could not only be Zungu, it relates to the testimony of the witnesses who testified about what could have happened at Klorkop. I think,
We've got that information.
yes, it's there.
Mr. Mbaloi can give you. I can tell you what was said.
I need to go verify
Are there,
for
were,
it
there
myself.
two, were there two meetings at Klorkop?
I'm not sure.
You clarify that because the evidence we have here
Yes.
is about one meeting. Am I correct, Mr. Mbaloi?
Yes, indeed, my lord.
One meeting.
That we see me
And we've got the
proceedings of March
dramis
2024.
dramatis personae of that meeting. Who was there, how it came about. It's on evidence there. So, Mr. Baloi and Mr. Ramosepedi can help you, even Mr. Ngumal. Do you recall that meeting? At
I'll have to
Klorkop.
go through the records.
Hello?
I'll have to go through the records.
Okay, fine. So how long should I adjourn?
I was suggesting, because I was saying, I'm not suggesting for an adjournment now. I'm not so sure if my colleagues will be compatible with the fact that we go through up until lunchtime and then we take the adjournment at lunchtime.
Okay, let's do it for 15 minutes.
Thank you, my lord.